Thanks for clicking on the video. Hit us with a like on Facebook, a subscribe on YouTube, a follow on Instagram. You can find us at HOMIEandTheDUDE. That is at HOMIEandTheDUDE. Thanks again. Enjoy the video.
All right, welcome everyone. We are live for episode 27 of Homie and the Dude, and we have a treat today. We're with the wise, powerful, strong, and amazing Jeff Stevens. Jeff is an experimental skater. He is a member. He's a member of the crew of A Happy Medium, and he's a contributor to Fuck This Video and a father of 3, including one that's on his lap right now. Jeff, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure to have you, brother.
Pleasure to have you.
Right.
We're gonna just shout out. We're just gonna shout out our sponsor here real quick, and then we'll come back and start the podcast. Our sponsor for the Homie and Dude episode 27 is vxhead.kitchen. vxhead.kitchen is a vegan feast, and it's a takeout here in Bristol, England. Have a look on Thursdays and Saturdays. They're running some amazing sort of holiday deals that have free delivery now, and also a couple of free treats as far as truffles and even a lockdown game box that's really cool. So check out vx.kitchen. All right.
Amazing. Right. Jeff, so I said to you at the beginning, I've been watching you for years and years and years. And I would say throughout all of your videos, I noticed that your style has what I call like a motif to it. There's a lot of things that you replicate and do in different ways. And it's felt like as you've made more videos and over time, your style's gotten more like, I guess, You've adapted the style that you have into something that's a bit more crazy, adding more flips, more turns, or whatever it may be. What started the style with like the no complies, the like, I don't even know what you call it with the board chuck, when you like chuck the board, take the step on something and then land back on the board and all of that. So where did you find that the style?
So I've been making skate videos for a very long time. I've been skating for 21 years, but
nice. When
I was in like 8th grade, we started making videos, me and a crew of my friends. Stabbed 1 through 5, so we made a series of 5 of them. And then I was in another series. I was in BTL 3, 4, and 5. And as I would like watch my parts or watch them with other people, I would see that they would like unique tricks a lot more, or that would get the reaction. And it was kind of hard for me to compete like with all the regular tricks. Everyone's like super good. Even in my crew of friends, like I've never been the best skater. So there was a while when I was younger when I would like try really hard to do tricks like kickflip crooks or whatever, and like I couldn't figure it out, and it was really hard.
Yeah, no, dude, I feel that as well. I'm actually kind of in the same wagon as you. I'm a bit of a late bloomer when it comes to skating. I started when I was like 8 or 9, but I took a big hiatus when I went to boarding school because they didn't allow skateboards on the campus. So
ironic. Boarding school? No boarding?
No, I know, right?
Counterintuitive.
Exactly. And so that's a great point. I didn't even think about that. That's amazing. Yeah, no. So I took like a hiatus, and because I picked up the board maybe when I was like 18, 19 again properly, my like set of skills, my like bag of tricks has really only grown in the last couple of years quite a lot, because I've been able to expand what I've been doing and get a better handle of it. But something that I found is doing things like bonelesses and a lot of manual tricks and things like that I found have been easier. I've managed to then develop into more complicated versions of that people do enjoy. Like you said, you know, in some cases it's the weird, unique tricks that people then appreciate because they're just a little bit off what they're doing, which, like you say, a lot of skaters follow the standard route. You know, they get the basic 8 down and then they start working on the next flip tricks, looking at grinds and whatnot. And for some people, that's just not the way. And it sounds like you're one of them, me as well, you know?
Yeah, Bodie was like literally, I would say in the last year and a half, your repertoire of tricks has probably doubled or tripled.
Yeah, exactly.
And now this isn't like for me, I played basketball when I was younger. By the time I was 23, like I had clearly maxed out how much I was going to progress in my sport. And I was like literally heading on, sort of on a downward decline. Also, my interest was waning on it and everything like that as well. But yours is still like very much on an upward spike.
Yeah.
How was your sort of your growth in that, your progression curve from, sort of early days till now?
I would say I didn't start getting like a lot of positive reactions till the Happy Medium videos. Now, first one came out in 2011. But by that time I had been skating for a real long time and probably had made like 8 or 9 video parts. I just try and get away with whatever I can. Like,
here's a question, dude, and this is a theory I have. So I was talking to Bodhi a little bit about this. So there's a level of the human body sort of is, I don't know, let's say between 4.5 feet tall up to 7 feet tall. But the range of people that really excel in a sport seems to be around like, I don't know, 5'6" to 6'1" ish or something like that. But I would say even more like for tall people, the sort of level of difficulty in split sports, like soccer, like if you look at soccer players, there's very few soccer players that are over 6 foot tall, and there is one soccer player, Peter Crouch. He's over 6 foot tall, but what's his best strength?
Striking. His head.
His head
is being in the box.
So what I mean, so here's the thing, and then golf as well. Like golfing, you have a huge advantage with your levers, but because you're taller and the ability to hit a ball because you're so tall is more difficult. My theory is, dude, that taller people in skateboarding have a way higher level of difficulty, and you seem like a pretty tall guy. What's your thought on that? Have you ever thought about that?
Oh yeah, I know. William said I was tall. I mean, I'm like 6 foot. So
are you only 6 foot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You look,
dude. I thought you were like at least, I thought you were taller than that for sure. Okay.
Yeah, so, but it's
is
weird.
William like 5'8"?
I have no idea. But my brother-in-law is Josh Hawkins, and he's a couple inches shorter than me, but he can ollie like a good 6 inches to 8 inches higher than me. So I don't know how that works.
Maybe it's the like low center of gravity or something like that.
Yeah.
So you said you obviously got a lot of traction with your tricks when you hit the like happy medium part, and I would say honestly, a lot of like you guys who are doing more, I guess what we've called experimental skating, but that more unique kind of style, got a lot of shine through the happy medium guys. And obviously you got a couple of other crews kind of doing it. You got the Warbles boys, and you got like the Fancy Lad crew and all of them. I want to ask, like, what enticed you about that group, and how did you all get together? What was the origin story of the happy medium guys?
It started with PVWHL, which is short for Peter Villad's Wonderful Horrible Life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really the person to tell the origin story. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, that's okay.
No, it's cool. No, so how did you get invited into it then? Did you know like someone within it and they brought you in? Like, what was your kind of connection to it?
So I would always film with Buster, who was one of the co-filmers of the PVWHL video.
Yeah.
And then the other filmer for that, or the other co-producer of that video, was David Rosenbaum. And after it came out, David Rosenbaum took a break from it. So everyone that was filming for the video pretty much started just filming with Buster.
Yeah.
And I had been filming with Buster. He helped film like a majority of my BTL4 part. I had been filming with him for a while. Avery, what's going on?
Take care of business, dude.
Yeah.
Take care of business. What's his name?
Avery.
This is Avery.
Avery. Hey, dude. Hey, little dude. Hi, Avery.
She's a girl.
Oh, hi, Avery.
So we all started filming with Buster, and I think it was. So I don't know if it was either Buster that came up with the name or John.
Yeah.
John Mata.
Yeah. So is most everyone based around the Tucson area, or is everyone spread out?
No, it's Phoenix.
Oh, it's Phoenix.
I grew up in Phoenix.
Okay.
And came out here for college.
Okay.
And just stayed out here.
So when you guys get together, do you like meet up in Phoenix?
Most of the time, we're skating in Phoenix, but they do come down and visit sometimes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's interesting that you guys are all like spread apart, but like you've come together as this amazing crew. And I was gonna say a lot of your styles complement each other, which is why I think the happy medium videos really are such a big hit. Is because you know you've got people like Jaws who are throwing themselves off of crazy big things, and then you know you've got yourself and John Mata doing a lot more like intricate, like again these unique like 1 foot like grinds and all this kind of stuff. I wanted to ask, you know, specifically with you, what do you call the trick where you huck your board and you like completely step off, run on something else, and then dive back on? I've been trying to come up with a name for it myself for years, but I don't know. Do you have a name for it?
So if both your feet land at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't take any additional steps, then I would say it's a double foot plant.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're like taking steps, then it depends. Like 2 steps is a 2-step, and I think anything more than 2 steps stops counting. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, because it's super unique, dude. Like no one else is really doing what you do in terms of you know the way that you're throwing yourself at things. And not only that, I would say that your style inherently makes you slam harder in some ways. If you found that that's the case, that you're taking, because some of the bails you've been taking that I've seen are pretty gnarly over the years.
I feel like I'm not good, and that's why I fall hard. Like it's like I never learned how to. Well, I mean, I guess I learned how to slam because I slam all the time, and I rarely break stuff. Like I've broken 2 arms and had 3 knee surgeries, but in 21 years, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But I am always falling. Like I got a swell bow right now.
Oh, that looks brutal, dude.
Did you call it a swell bow?
Yeah. Yeah. A shinner too.
Oh my
man.
god. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
Dude, can I just say, you just said I'm not good. I just need to give you a perspective of like I'm not a skater, but I really appreciate commitment. And what I see in like what you do, like there's a level of skaters that try to increase their bag of tricks and go like horizontal with their tricks. Like now I can do this, and now I can do this, and now I can do this. I feel like you've gone like deeper in your core tricks and have perfected them. And dude, I have huge admiration for that. Like when you say you're not good, you're totally like underestimating how we see you, bro.
Yeah,
like you're fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Not to mention, Jeff.
I mean, I could go to the skate park and like any little kid can beat me in skate. Not hard, like that happens. Like
it's just how it is. But I guess that's the thing is like for me, I don't know, and I'm sure you have this as a skater. There's certain skaters that you watch and you go, I admire your style and your pizzazz and the way that you think about things, almost in some cases more than however many times it took you to do it or whatever. You know, don't get me wrong, watching Luan Oliveira fucking, I don't know, tray flip over something at ridiculous speeds is always interesting. But, you know, it's so much more interesting to me when I see something that you're doing where you're throwing yourself at something. Like I was watching your Happy Medium 5 part the other day, and when you bonk off the little pole and like you like almost board bonk off of it, I was like, in my head, I would never try that. I would never throw myself at a pole with a board like that. In my head was a crazy idea, but it looked so awesome. I was like, it was amazing.
Yeah, I got lucky with that one. So we were out skating with Jaws at some roof. I came to Phoenix that weekend, and my wife was like letting me out for like 2 or 3 hours. to go skate, and it was a Jaws day. Like Jaws was willing to skate, so we were gonna go to roofs for Jaws, and then we got kicked out. And I was using the Skate Slots app, and there was it's behind a department store. There was a coped ledge, and I was like, oh, this is right up the street. Buster got in my car. Hunter went in the car with another spot, and I was like, oh, let's go look at this. And we get there, and I can't figure out anything on the cope ledge. And I see the like 3-stair to pole, and I'm like, oh, Buster, I'm gonna ollie over this. Will you film it? And he's just like, no, that is not cool. And then I'm like, oh, I'll foot plant it. And he's like, no. And I was like, I'll board slide it. And he's like, all right. And at first I was trying to board slide it just like not alling straight on it and scoot off. I was doing it the other way.
Yeah.
And then it just like occurred to me that, oh, I can just stall on it for a second and then move forward. And it worked out. And like, it wasn't anything I had planned out. It was just so random. And it wasn't like something where I was like, oh, I want to board slide a pole for my next part. But it ended up working out so perfect. And
that's awesome.
What I'm trying to get at is like a lot of people will just like have list of tricks they want to do, or but sometimes just going out and looking around and using your head to skate something differently is the best way to go about it.
I was gonna say, you know, it's almost like that beautiful moment when you see like in movies when you see an actor does a bit of improvisation and they end up keeping it in the movie because it was really, really beautiful. It really worked for the scene. It's like that kind of thing.
That
you know?
that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Matthew McConaughey does that, like
exactly,
that,
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that scene, but it's basically completely like it was a sort of like a relaxation exercise between him and Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's them two getting ready to do the actual scene. And he does this sort of like ritual thing where he pounds his chest and he does a little like humming song or whatever, and it's super cool. Like it's super cool. And Leonardo's like watching him and like vibing out to it. And Martin Scorsese's like, fuck it, we're just gonna use that. That was that was like cool. Well, let's use that bit. So it's similar to what you're saying, man. So talk to me about the it was a Jaws day. So what does that mean?
Something like that. But like if Jaws is gonna skate and go out filming for Happy Medium, like he's highest priority. Like
okay,
we're not gonna go. I mean, or that's the way I feel at least. Maybe I shouldn't say that stuff out loud, but like it was a Jaws day. Like
no,
I was in town and I was allotted my couple hours, but it's like we're gonna go to some roofs for Jaws.
Yeah,
dude, it makes sense because again, there's a difference between going out and filming a part just for yourself if it's not going to be in any, or if it's for like a commercial, or if it's in conjunction with something. But typically if you're filming for a whole video, then yeah, every guy needs their time. And you know, people who are maybe more popular on the like higher end of the like social media spectrum at this point, which seems to be what a lot of shit is about.
And real good too. Like, you know, I understand. I'd rather film Jaws than me. Me.
Dude, what is it like? We were just talking about Jaws and like the mentality. We're talking about him hitting the Leon 25 and the fact that the year before, he literally blows his knee out completely and heals up for like 8 or 9 months, and then is like, I'm gonna go back out there. Like, I can't even relate to that, dude. Like the fear of hucking yourself off that the first time and getting hurt so badly, and then going back there and being like, I'm gonna do it again. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. It's something I really admire. There's no way I would ever do something like that. Like you blow your knee out on something, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna try that again. Like,
exactly, dude. Exactly.
But so he's got that skate or die mentality. Like that's why he's such an awesome skater.
Yeah.
He's absolutely amazing. And obviously, you know, when you're chucking yourself down things, it's crazy. I want to say though, like, obviously you guys as a group, you know, when you're out filming, you said, you know, it's a Jaws day, but there's a couple of you guys out. Do you find that the group dynamic works really good? Do you find that you guys vibe off each other and get even more creative when you're in that group of people?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah. That's super cool.
Yeah, and the groups evolved over the years. Like there's been 5 Happy Medium videos, and there's been like some people be in one and then not another.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not been 100% consistent. So it's meant that you've got like fresh members and almost like fresh creative buzz.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's super cool. You know, because I was sat with Tom earlier and I was imagining what it would be like to be on a filming day with you guys. And in my head, I was like, who's amping the group up? Who's the person who's like, come on, one more try? Like, who's giving it like the mouth? Who's like the funny one, keeping everyone laughing? Like, do you have like a list of where everyone kind of slots when you're out filming?
I think John Mata is always keeping all of us entertained.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, he's super funny. I love watching. Again, some of my favorite bits actually from the Happy Medium videos, and also just from you guys separately in both maybe your own social media accounts or whatever, is you're all such characters in that, you know, whether it be the little B-roll bits that you guys chuck into the skate parts where you're like, for example, you laying on a rock, like with a massive t-shirt of a cat, like talking about stuff, or anything from you guys joking around. And
that was after like trying that trick where I ollied on the rock and then ollied over the gap in that part. That was after trying it for like an hour and a half and it was super hot and like
you're just done. You're just like, I'm done.
I was done.
Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, I fucking totally feel that. So, no, it's cool that you all buzz off each other and that you can, you know, find a really nice dynamic. Because, you know, something for me is I am very contrasting like your crew and whatnot. I skate by myself a lot of times. There's a decent skate scene in Bristol, but in some cases it's either people that are younger than me or people that are like either a lot older than me. And then the ones that are my age typically are a little bit of assholes at the moment. I seem to have been finding with the dudes that I have been meeting and spending time with. So I find though, when I am with a group of skaters that I enjoy skating with, the amount that I push myself, the amount that I like work hard to get something, and the amount that I try and do something creative and different is a lot more. Do you find that, I guess, separately skating by yourself versus skating with the boys, do you find that influences your skating?
Yeah, it's always better with friends.
Yeah. What about like if you're just with your camera person, whoever's going to be filming for the day, and you guys just have a connection? So that's the dynamic. You guys are together. You're setting stuff up. You're looking at different.
Still a good time.
Yeah.
Actually, I sometimes prefer that. Like, I
That's
mean,
what I was
I
gonna
love
say.
my friends being there and stuff, but like, it's better when, for me, when I can just like do my own thing, and like sometimes. Because when someone else is trying a trick, it might like take a lot longer because Buster will want to film their trick different than he wants to film my trick. So we're both skating it, but someone else will be trying their trick for a while, and then like after they land it 45 minutes later, then it's like my turn to try it.
Yeah.
And, but if it was just like me and him, then it would just be like a lot quicker.
Just go for it. So do you?
But I love it. I love being out with my friends and stuff, and like.
Yeah, of course. I was going to say, is your and Buster's dynamic then really strong?
Yeah, you could say that.
Nice, that's cool. I was going to say, because I can imagine, you know, it's important to have a filmer who like supports you and makes you feel awesome.
Doesn't Buster have a brother as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he film as well?
He films as well. Yeah.
So is he part of the filming crew?
He's part of the crew. Yeah, he's been a solid part the whole time.
Nice one. So it sounds like it's almost like developed into a family. You guys bring some people in, some people go away and do some stuff every now and again. Because I think, doesn't Jason live now in Hawaii or something?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
he's still going to be a part of the next one though. Like
really?
Yeah.
So will he fly in?
Yeah, he flies in to film for it.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one.
That's awesome.
Dude, I have a question. Again, I'm not a skater, so this is coming from a total like person that isn't involved in knowing the sort of the technical aspects. But when you deck check, is that like a rhythm thing that you do to get you set up for like for the trick? Because it looks like it's like a go-to, you know, like you don't even have to think about it. It's just like boom, and that gets you set up for like either a big pop or, you know, whatever it is.
It's definitely easier to not deck check for me. Like some people think that it's like easier for me to deck check, but it's way easier to just ollie.
Yeah.
Rhythm, I mean, it's all timing. You got to put it down and then be ready to spring up.
Yeah.
If you're not quick enough, like you put it down, you'll roll off the object.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying to us is that the deck checks are 100% for flair.
100%. Yes.
That's fucking sick, dude. That makes it even sicker. That makes it so much sicker.
Dude, they tick the box, bro. Those are so fucking cool.
Those are so cool.
I love them, man. And you don't see them. Like, you don't see those around.
No one does it. It's because, dude, like, here's the thing. Like, rolling up to a ledge, and I'm sure, like, everyone has done this when they're learning how to, like, do a kickflip or something. When you roll up to a ledge and you pop too late and you get the dip, and then, like, you try and pop and it's, like, super weird. Like, to me, to try and go, oh, I'm going to do that before I then go into a round rail is fucking crazy. Like, that's nuts. I love that you do that, dude. It's baller.
Thanks.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
people really like it, and that's why I continue to do it. Like,
it's just so different, and I think it really adds. And not only that, also something else I'm sure that you've noticed is for like musical timing with editing, like a couple of your parts are really well done with musical timing in terms of getting like clangs and like wheel lands, and again your deck checks, so it's have a really nice sound in time with the beats of the music or with some of the drums and stuff.
So true.
That's been
So
a
true.
really nice aspect of it as well.
that's cool. You guys noticed that? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool, man.
Oh, dude, of course, dude. I think also, dude, just as a general, are you choosing your music for your parts, or is Buster?
No, I'm not choosing them.
Okay.
Buster choose all of the happy medium videos. Vinny has chosen all the ones for Fuck This videos.
Amazing. Okay. Wow.
So what's the so I looked at Fuck This and I thought that was just sort of a contribution place that different skaters are contributing to, or is it more than that? Is it
No,
actually
it's a video series like Happy Medium.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, they've had 5 of them, and I had parts in part 1 through 4.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
And is it
dropped-
a specific crew, or do they just draw people?
It's all Vinny's friends from around the Southwest. So there's some. She's trying to brush my teeth.
Good habits.
Mainly based out of San Diego, but there's people from Colorado, Utah, probably other places, New Mexico, maybe.
Nice. Okay. No, that's dope. I can imagine as well having a nice contrast between two groups. You get like lots of different characters and whatnot. And you know, I think it's a great time to ask you with your little one there. How is it balancing being a dad and chasing your passion as well as working like a full-time job? Like, how are you finding all of that?
It's hard. I quit drinking alcohol like 2.5 years ago, and that's helped me a lot to find time for skating. Because when I get off work, like I want to go home and just have a couple beers.
Yeah.
Versus now, I go out skating after work, which would never happen before.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, dude. That's incredible. Well done for 2 years of not drinking.
Brush my teeth.
You're doing good, Avery. You're doing good. I got a question for you, man. So I've done similar things with trying to replace something that's like potentially a negative in my life with another habit that's just a healthier habit. So is skating after work sort of like
your medicine?
Yeah, like a de-stressor that having a beer after work was previously. Now you can get that same thing, but with a deck for an hour or so after work or whatever.
Definitely, yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's exactly what you want, dude.
It's great exercise, and especially when you're just going to have fun. Like sometimes I'll have a bad time. Like I'll try and go out filming, and it doesn't always work out. And but like then that can be stressful. Like I can go out to go decompress, but end up having a like way worse time.
Well, you've had, Bodhi's had a similar situation.
Every skater has to have been. Like, I mean, no matter what sport you're playing.
It's a weird thing where, one day you're hitting something, it feels tight, it feels like you've grooved it, you've got it, and then the next day it's for whatever reason,
so off.
it's not working. Yeah. and that's to build up to the next thing, and you can't even get to that thing.
Yeah.
And that can be hugely frustrating. I mean, that's what I've seen you do.
Yeah, I've experienced that for sure loads of times. And I get your point of like going out and doing like filming specifically, rather than going out to just like be like, cool, I'm gonna do some warm-up tricks, I'm gonna feel good, and then I'm gonna goof around for a little bit and see what happens. It's a totally different feeling to finding a spot, being like, cool, this is what I'm trying, and for the next however many tries it's gonna be, I'm gonna just go at it. And it is like, whether or not you land the trick, even if you do land the trick, which is still a massive relief, it's still been a really hard skate session, and you come away feeling, in some cases, gassed and even more worn out than when you went out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I got a question. Mongo Mondays.
Great question.
Oh yeah.
Go for
I
it.
like to push Mongo on Mondays.
Are you a Mongo
Mondays I
pusher?
work for 11 hours. I work like 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And if I do go skate afterwards, I feel like it's good to just like get some Mongo pushes in, feel a little crazy, get my, I don't know.
That's awesome. That's sick. So
Yeah,
do you know?
skating Mongo is a big no-no, and I don't know why there's that stereotype, or I think it's fine, and I think it's actually kind of fun.
Do you know what? I'll fully release that. I also push Mongo very much. I can push both ways, but I am so much more confident with Mongo pushing because I started that way as a kid. But I can push like regular. I can do a back foot push if you fucking need me to, for a video or whatever. But honestly, like Mongo pushing, honestly, I've never had any deterrence. The only thing that I would say is my only issue is when you're skating a street deck with like 90A and upward wheels. It's definitely a lot harder to control than if you're riding, you know, a Christian Hosoi like 9.0 width or whatever, you know. It's so like, it's definitely a little bit harder to control, but hell yeah, dude, a bit of Mongo Mondays, fucking, I love that, dude. Seeing that, like Tom told me about that today. I hadn't like looked through the highlights on your thing, and Tom was like, yo, you need to check this. And I looked at it, I was like, I freaking love that you do that.
Yeah, I mean, you're like not cool if you push Mongo is like the typical thing. So I like to think it doesn't matter. And
100%. 100%.
Do whatever you want.
It's not cool to care which direction I push my board while you're skating, bro. is my answer to that. Like, dude, I think it's amazing. And again, dude, this is something else why I personally really look up to you in what you do within the skateboarding community, and also just being a dad who is working a full-time job and, you know, and still chasing dreams, dude. I think you bring such a uniqueness and such something that inspires people. Like, I know I've watched your videos and I've gone and been inspired to try some of the things that you do and try deck checks and try and do some of that stuff. And not only that, but find my own style that I go, hey, I don't fucking care what people think. And you, along with a lot of the happy medium guys and, you know, a bunch of other people within the skating world who are doing those amazingly experimental and awesome, unique stuff, really inspire me. And I know you inspire loads of other people. We've actually had someone in the chat while we're doing this say how much of an amazing skater you are. And I actually know this guy, and he's only recently started. So this guy's been watching you since he just started skating, and he loves what you do. So,
oh, cool. I was going to say it's probably one of my friends that said that in the chat.
But no, I think what comes out for me, dude, is like, you got to be brave to go your own way, right? So, you know, there's a perception that to be a good skater, you have to have a bag of tricks that you can go up against someone in a game of skate. And you've just said, like, that's not your jam. Your jam is like, I like to do my shit. My shit is my shit. I enjoy my shit. I actually make skate parts doing my stuff. They're like part of a pretty awesome crew. That's pretty like that. That's brave, dude. That's hard to do, to just stand up to like the noise and be like, this is me.
that is,
you know?
Yeah, thanks.
You've been, dude, like, I think it's just awesome that you've been in such a place. And going back to you being a dad and skating, you know, obviously one of the big things that all skaters know is, you know, that failure isn't an issue. If anything, it's something to learn from. Do you find that the aspects of skating, of like falling over, getting back up and having to keep going back at it, things have helped you as a dad in transition in terms of like getting back at it as being a dad? If you fuck up, which all parents do at some point, like relieving yourself some of that pressure and going back at it, I guess?
Yeah, I think it made me I mean, everyone falls. And like my kids will fall. We'll be at the park. One of them will fall like off the swing, and the other parents will be like, and like freaking out. And I'll be like, they're fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It actually builds character, doesn't it?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It makes you.
It's better to laugh when they fall, because if you laugh when they fall, then they laugh.
That's
when they
exactly
fall.
the same. We do the same thing with Bodie, my wife Tracy, and I. If he fell and it looked like a nasty fall, we were like, "Ah, you're okay. Come on over here. You're okay."
Exactly.
And in your mind, you're thinking, that one looked like it hurt."
Sure.
No, that's awesome, dude. So, at the moment, you know, obviously trying to balance work and whatnot. So you said you're currently skating after work and you're working within pharmaceuticals. How long have you been doing that for then?
I've worked for CVS for over 10 years. I've been a pharmacist for 5. I was a pharmacy technician for 5.
Okay. So is a pharmacy like tech the person who helps the pharmacist?
Yeah. The pharmacist is the main difference is the pharmacist is the final person to like release the prescription.
Yeah.
You can't have the prescription filled without the pharmacist like verifying everything's there. Technicians can pretty much do everything, but they can't legally like get it released. And they're not allowed to give advice either. Only the pharmacist can give advice. So it's like a good place to go for free advice. Like you want to ask a doctor, you can't just like call a doctor's office here and get an answer to a question, but you can go to any pharmacy and ask a pharmacist and they can give you their opinion or answer.
That's awesome.
Dude, this is probably an off the record question, but like as part of a Happy Medium crew, like how many of the guys are like, yo, dude, did you see that last spill? Like what could you hook me up with right now that will make me not feel as bad as I'm going to feel?
None. I mean, occasionally like,
jokes, dude.
I've had like maybe 2 people ever actually be like that, but none of the Happy Medium dudes. One of them was Fred Gall, who's sober now, so I feel like I could say that. But like 5 years ago at a party, he found out, and he was just like, "Oh, give me pills." And
You're like, slow down, man.
You're like, let's go outside. Let's get some fresh air. Let's talk it over. No, dude. So with being a pharmacist, has that been like your life track? Obviously, you went to college and whatnot. Was that what you did at college, or was that just what you kind of fell into outside of just getting a job in the end?
I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I majored in college in microbiology, and my 2 older brothers are doctors, and my parents like pressured me to go into the medical field. And pharmacy just seemed like a lot easier than going to medical school, and like I can listen to my radio and I don't know.
Dude, I feel that.
You make still like good money too, and you don't have as many like liability. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I had the same thing. My mom and dad, from when I was born, I think, said, "You're going to be a dentist." Why? I have no idea. Oh, I think, my granddad was a dentist.
Dentists make a lot of money. That's why. Like,
probably, yeah. But I mean, like, that's exactly it, though, isn't it? Like, at some point, your parents link up making money with being happy. And to some degree, like, money is important, right? It plays its part, but it isn't like the reason always that's going to bring you joy. And I had a really hard moment. I was in my sophomore year of college and pretty much failing out of bio in this like pre-med factory on the East Coast. And I had to like stand up to my parents and say, I just don't want to do this anymore. Like, this is not me. And it was a really, really like, I was getting like heart palpitations, almost like anxiety, like thinking about that conversation with them. And I feel like, you probably had similar pressures, both of your...
I had the same thing. Yeah. Sophomore year of college too. Like I had moved to Tucson and then went back and lived with my parents after that, after sophomore year, and finished college in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And that was also one of the reasons I moved back to Phoenix, though, was to film for, or one of my excuses was to film for the Happy Medium video.
Nice.
How were your parents with that? Were they like, what?
I mean, I also, my wife, or who was my girlfriend at the time, lived in Phoenix, so there was like lots of reasons for me to like leave
Yeah,
leave
that makes
college
sense.
and
Thanks for watching this episode. We really appreciate you supporting Homie and the Dude.
Please hit us with the Holy Trinity, like our Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram. Just search @HOMIEandTheDUDE. It all really helps.
but they got me to go back and finish, and they're proud of me now. So
For sure. And by the way, so you delivered on your profession, like your pharmacist, but you also kept your dream. Like that's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, that's even more impressive. Like, I mean, you just did a bit of acting afterwards. No, dude, I think that's super admirable, and I think, you know, like I said, having to you know, be a father and also work a full-time job while chasing passions is very hard. And, you know, as a 22-year-old now, I started working my first proper job when I was 20. I'd had a few bits and bobs like growing up, like being like a fucking kitchen porter or like cleaning like dishes and shit like that. But I had my first proper job, and trying to find time to get on a skateboard other than to go to work and to get home in the evening, because I live in a city, it was hard. It was very, very hard. So I think, you know, the fact that you're able to put out amazing skate parts like you do is absolutely incredible. I think the fact that you find the time blows me away. I love that you said earlier as well that your wife lets you out for a couple hours so that you can almost like you're the dog to go get some recreation and then get back inside.
yeah. I mean, we got 3 kids. Like, even when I'm left alone with the 3 kids, I start getting bitter when she's like out getting her hair done or getting massages. It's like being at home alone with the 3 kids is stressful.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Dude, they say like 1 kid, you're like 2-on-1, right? You got 2 to like defend the 1. 2 kids, it's 2-on-2. 3, they've got you outnumbered, but it feels like 4 or 5. Is that
Yeah,
that
that's not right. They work together against you.
It's when 2 of them are taking a leg each and taking you down at once while the third is climbing on your back.
dude.
And a lot of my like off time, like today is my day off, but my wife's working all day. So like I'm watching this one while the other 2, I pick one up from school at 12 and then the other one up from school at 3 and then take him to karate. So it's like I do have time off, but like I can't go skate.
Yeah,
During this time, like a lot of my only options is at night after the family goes to bed. So I sacrificed a lot of my sleep to go skate.
That makes sense.
So you go late night, like after everyone's tucked away?
Yeah.
That's
If I go out in the day, I'm allotted like 3 or 4 hours. But if I go out at night, I can, you know, stay out as late as I want. But that's sacrificing my own sleep. So I never really want to stay out too late.
Yeah.
So basically what you're telling us is you're kind of like skateboarding's Batman. During the day, you're
I like to think of myself like that, yes.
No, that's absolutely sick, dude, and it makes perfect sense. The amount of skaters, like we were talking to William recently, and he was saying that actually, typically in California, because of the amount of cops that are around and the amount of people that chuck him out of spots, he actually does most of his skating at night. Actually, he said that lockdown has been a bit of a blessing because he's been able to get out a bit more, but he said that actually, yeah, he rips it at night as well. And actually, from a lot of people that I skate with as well, who are more serious about skating than I guess you could say I am, who make parts and whatnot, they also do a lot of their filming at night. It seems like, obviously, just for being kicked out, but also, you know, for you know, like you said, having time to do it as well, which makes perfect sense when you think about it.
For sure. Dude, how's the community in Tucson with regard to, or even Phoenix with regard to skating? Is it like fairly accepting, or are you fighting against the tide the whole time?
Phoenix, it's very accepting. There's like so many skate parks. Tucson, where I'm at, there's like, or actually I'm in Oro Valley, which is just north of Tucson.
Yeah.
And it's a big city. It's got like over 50,000 people, but no skate park. Like they have the money for the skate park. And they're just, it's like older community,
Mhm.
and I think that they just like are oppressing the skaters is what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
5 years ago, before I moved here, there's a park right up the street that has a statue of a skateboard,
Mhm.
and they act like they're gonna build a skate park, but I've been up here 5 years. Like, there's no plans to build a skate park. They just like put a statue to trick people to moving up here, and there's like other cities that are around that are much smaller
Mm.
that have skate parks.
Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit.
It's like old people. There's a bunch of old people here that like.
Yeah.
There's a
Dude,
lot
you
of
see it-
volunteer like sheriffs and stuff. Like,
Oh,
It's exactly that's what
the,
Sun
the
City,
neighborhood
dude.
watch people.
Sun City, dude.
Ah.
That's where my mom is. And when you went there a couple years ago, you and your friend went skating a little bit. But there's like they're on golf carts in Sun City, and they're vigilant, man. And it's like you're not doing anything that's hurting anyone. You might be making slightly a little bit more noise than usual, but you're keeping to yourself. You're certainly not causing any trouble, but it is a big like no for them, and I don't understand it. It's just it's a weird one, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, old people in 60 years will be different. Like, now that it's in the Olympics and stuff, but like, I don't
That's
know.
a strong point. No, it's a,
They don't understand it.
yeah, you're totally right.
I mean, not all old people, of course, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just like throw a whole group under the bus, but in Oro Valley, yeah, put their parks and recreation department
Yeah.
on blast.
I guess the real thing is that the older generation, the generation above you, even maybe some people in your generation, grew up with skateboarding coming into fruition. You know, it came into existence around between the like 70s and 90s, really.
Yeah.
So I guess what also happened was that it was really run by outcasts at the time. It was really run by, you know, the surf boys and whatnot, and they were seen as like ragamuffins, as the guys who are like the hood rats who are causing trouble and whatnot.
For sure.
And so I think a lot of the old people are still stuck in that mindset of, oh, it's the 80s. Now it's like, no, like a really respectable, well-educated young person could be riding a skateboard.
Yeah. And now it's run
weird.
by corporations and stuff. So
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
that's another point, isn't it? Like talk a little bit about that. Like skating has evolved into this whole, you know,
It's a great question.
sort of subculture, but also industry. So you've got the pros, and you've got, you know, people that are sponsored, and you got shoe deals, and you've got
Nike and Adidas.
Nike and you know all that. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I mean, I like Nike's built skate parks and stuff.
Nice.
And Vans has built skate parks. So I think any of them that are putting money, any of the companies that are putting money into skating, I think it's a good thing.
For
Yeah.
sure.
100%.
And I
also-
think that will help old people become more accepting of it. Them putting, I mean, I hate anything becoming more corporate.
Mm.
It sucks. But it's in the end, I think it'll be good. I mean, and you don't have to conform. You don't have to buy Nikes or whoever sells the most boards. Like, there's always independent brands out there, and
Yeah, 100%. And that's, I mean, like something that I mean, it's interesting. In my life, I've been very particular for years and years and years about my skateboard brands that I wear. And I know that you and Mom have remembered for years that I would only wear specific things because it's for the skate community. It's super important to support the people who are small, who are doing the good stuff, but are still in development. Like, I know, again, there's loads of companies out there that really need that support, and that, you know, I believe in is as a skater, and I'm sure you're the same, Jeff. You know, there's certain companies that you'll ride or die by. Like, do you have a specific board company that you ride their boards,
no.
or do you flip back and forth between stuff?
Yeah, I mean, there's certain brands that I don't like.
Yeah,
but,
100%.
There's
Same.
a ton of brands that I do like.
Yeah. I'm exactly the same.
I don't want to like call any out right now, but
Yeah. No, I'm
I like
exactly the same.
use the America. I've been riding the America shoes for a very long time.
Nice. Yeah. No, they're
They're
banging. Yeah.
like sort of like underdogs.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, they're not like huge corporate
Yeah.
shoes. I mean, I don't know what their business numbers actually look like, so I shouldn't really talk about it.
But no, yeah.
But it is a mixed bag. Like you will ride. So Etnies is a big company, but you'll ride Etnies because you love how durable those shoes are. Right?
100%. Yeah, I ride. I currently ride the Jocelyn's, and they're just super durable. I've never found shoes that ever given me the durability. So yeah, it's sometimes, and every skater has their preference with size of board, shape of board, all that kind of stuff. So we're all very individual in that way, and I'm sure. Jeff, you're probably in the same position of what size board you want, irregardless of what company it is. You know what size board it's.
I prefer between 7.75 and 9.
Okay. So anything really,
like,
anything.
I'll ride anything, but I prefer that range. And I think that different size boards are better for different size or different types of tricks and stuff. And like
100%.
But I don't like to just. I mean, most commonly, I would say I get an 8 or an 8.25, but I don't. I'll switch it up, like depending on what they have in stock. And
are you
I like to go to local skate shops is where I like to buy my boards from.
Yeah, I was about to ask, are you going to the local shop in Tucson and buying your stuff there?
I prefer to do that. Yeah,
that's dope. That's super dope. And it's like I have where I grew up in England. There's a company there called Racing that I still go back and support years on as well. So no, yeah, it's super important to hit up the brands that mean a lot to you. I would say.
When you go to skate parks, I guess we had this follower that we know that's just starting to skate. What type of advice would you give to some of the kids that are just starting to skate and they're just kind of getting used to skating and everything like that? You've been on a journey, you've had your path. Is there anything that you feel would be important for them to consider as they're just starting to fall in love with skateboarding?
I mean, have fun. That's the most important thing.
That's a great.
Be safe.
Yeah, for sure, and like again, like
skate parks are a dangerous place. Like they can be.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Be careful around skate parks. It always, yeah. I was gonna say, find your style. Like, don't be afraid of your own style. Embrace it. Like, fully envelop your own style, and don't be.
Yeah, don't worry about what other people think is cool. Just do whatever you think is cool.
100%.
How for you, how was that? Because you've got your own style. You said, you haven't expanded your repertoire, where even if you're competing against a kid that, and I think this is probably an exaggeration, but competing against the kid, they'd probably have the advantage over you. But how was it? Were you able to just say, you know what, I'm just going to do my own thing in the face of other people maybe throwing some shade at you, like
especially in your younger years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got made fun of a lot. They called me Geek Steve's knocker knees.
Whoa.
And, I mean, it hurt when I was a kid, but I was just like, whatever, like, embrace it, like, try and keep skating and.
No, that's a great, like, yeah, you got to keep pushing through, especially when the bullies are there, man. Especially when someone's giving you some
just
shit.
try not to be a bully. Like, I've probably bullied people too, and it's good to just, like.
It's funny, Jeff. We actually talked about that recently. I mentioned in another podcast, we're all someone's supervillain without knowing it. Like, you are probably someone's bad guy in their story as someone who you pissed off or done something. It happens. Like, we all do stuff. But yeah, I think the skate community as a whole needs a bit of healing. I think for years it's been a bit of an issue with that. Certain people get credit, certain people don't. And then on top of that, there's this disparity in understanding like styles and being open to people being different and creative that I think you get in a lot of sports, a lot of hobbies. But I would say with skating, it's very harsh. It feels very harsh, at least from my experience. Would you say that it's the same on your end, Jeff?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't
No,
know.
it's
I'm
cool.
getting
That's cool, dude. I
distracted.
mean, here's the counter argument to those people like that bullied you in the past. Dude, you're skating with Jaws. You're skating with Jason Park. They're skating with you. They're skating with Jeff Stevens. Like, dude, you've got a fucking killer like little like skate
Yeah,
bubble that you
those
created.
people, those people that talk shit like have later in the years like came up and they're like, oh yeah, sorry we talk shit. Like,
It's like,
so it's cool, and I'm not bitter.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
and dude,
I'm bringing it up. I'm probably a little.
maybe a little bit.
no, dude, like again, that's another reason why I think you're so awesome. And like I said, an inspiration to me and many others is because, you know, like you said, you are out there doing your thing and you're not afraid of it. And you are a representation of getting past that stuff and then being able to get to like that top tier of skater that's putting out, like again, a happy medium is by no way a small skate park. Like that shit is known around the world. You know, I know skaters from all over the place that know a happy medium, and that's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, I've been recognized before from it, and like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, how
We
does
were
that?
recently. Some guy drove by when I was with John Mata, and he's like, "Are you John Mata from Happy Medium?" And we weren't in his hometown; we were in Tucson, and
Yeah,
it's crazy.
that's awesome, dude. Do you find do you, obviously, you know, you said to us, you know, you haven't done much of this kind of like a podcast and stuff and whatnot. Do you find that exposure to people as a bit of a weird one, or do you like welcome it, or is it like a bit of a strange thing that you're still getting used to?
I really hate public speaking, so
That's fair, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I fully get that as well.
I feel like an idiot when I talk. Like I'd like to have my answers like written out and proofreaded and stuff. So
But the other side of that, dude, is like I've seen little clips in some of your parts. Dude, you're a goofball. Like you're like straight up when you're with your crew.
yeah,
Like
trying.
I can tell you're generating most of the laughs. Like it comes out very clearly. And also like when we said that we were going to have you on the podcast, we've had more people,
than ever.
a
than,
lot
than
more people
ever.
saying
Yeah.
that dude is the nicest dude. I can't wait to see this. Like, dude, you're like whatever you know, like whatever you're doing is being received as a lot differently than how you think like publicly you are.
For sure.
You're like, you know,
I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks.
And dude, you're pretty well articulated, dude. You've definitely not done bad at all tonight, dude. It's been amazing chatting to you tonight, actually. I wanted to ask like one.
I totally forgot. Is it dark out where you are?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course, yeah. It's pitch black outside right now where we are in the UK, but we've got like studio lights on and stuff in here, so it's a bit brighter. But yeah, it's pitch black in the UK right now. But dude, I wanted to ask because something that I actually really enjoy doing that not many people do, but that you have put in a couple of your parts is some tricks in water. Um, I love skating in the rain. I know it completely destroys boards, destroys bearings, like it's just not great for the hardware. But I love skating in the rain and doing tricks in the rain. I always find it really entertaining and whatnot. And especially in your happy medium part, you had that little section where you're doing a bunch of tricks in water and whatnot. What kind of inspired that? Was that again just on the day in the moment, or was it something you?
Yeah. So it was like the crew came down to skate in
Mhm.
Tucson, and we got in like a couple hours, and then just started pouring. And it's like I'm not gonna waste my opportunity. Like for Happy Medium 5, they came down a total of like 6 times or something. So
Yeah.
And I used to live at the apartments where it's like storming,
Mhm.
and I had done that trick before by myself in my camera when it was storming. So
Yeah. Nice. So you were kind of already ready.
yeah. As for, I mean, I just let my boards get ruined and stuff, or I try and dry them out afterwards.
Yes.
But my brother-in-law had a full part that was all water tricks,
That's
and he had
incredible.
like he had done like special stuff to his board, like gotten like a special paint and like put it on there so like the water just like dropped off of it, and he had covered his shoes in that stuff.
Wow.
Really awesome Josh Hawkins part.
That's super interesting.
do you
The
remember
whole thing is water.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this a couple years ago, where we were like, if someone could invent something that could like encase the bearings so that dust and water would not, you know, get
Fuck
in
your
there
bearings up.
and fuck things up. Like that's an ingenious invention, but I guess it's like obviously pretty difficult because no one's been able to do it. But that would be something, dude, that would just like open up like
The
almost
whole
like,
water skating world.
not just water skating, but like off-roading, like, you know, like going into places that, you know, have a bit of dirt and stuff like that, which you do anyway, but even more so, you're just not worried about your board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be awesome, I reckon.
so the Happy Medium 5 was all of that was done in Tucson, or was they came up 5 times there and then they had some other bits as well?
Oh, most of it's done in Phoenix, but they
Okay.
came up like 5 or 6 times to Tucson to film for the day.
Okay. And who else is based in Tucson that
Just me from the crew, but I have a ton of friends here. There's a bunch. There's a skate scene here, a huge skate scene too.
yeah, and you got some spots as well that
Yeah, tons of spots.
Nice.
Want to shout out my homies, the vxhead crew.
nice. The vxhead crew.
Yeah,
What up,
yeah. We
boys?
made 2 videos, working on the 3rd one.
Nice. Okay.
Nice,
Amazing,
dude. So that's a crew that's based specifically in Tucson.
Right.
They're your boys. Are they just your skate boys, or are they boys that you've known through other, you know, some other means as well?
I mean, they're my friends. They're my skate boys, but like, yeah, they're my friends. We hang out when we don't skate too. Like,
Nice.
And you guys are putting that up. What channels are you putting that up on?
I would have to ask Mike. I mean, I know the first 2 of them are on YouTube, but I don't know what's gonna go on with tape 3 when it's released.
We'll talk about this after the podcast. We'll make sure we put those details in the show notes when we post the podcast up, just to give a shout out to those guys.
Yeah,
Cool.
for sure.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
No, yeah, dude. You know, I think, dude, it's been absolutely incredible talking to you. We'll kind of round it out there. Dude, give a shout out to anything that you want people to like follow you on. Like, do you want people to hit you up on Instagram? Do you want them to follow you there? Do you have like a YouTube channel or anything that you're posting? Facebook? Where can people find you to find the amazing Jeff Stevens and his content?
It would just be on Instagram. Yeah,
Nice,
that'd
cool.
be the only place. Yeah.
Or they could see you rolling through Tucson, bro. They can shout out
Yeah.
the window.
I'm out there.
Yeah, dope, amazing. So for us, that has been episode 27 of Homie and the Dude. We really appreciate it, guys. One final thing for us is always, guys, we have been growing loads. We've gone over that 1,000 mark on Facebook. We're now trying to grow the YouTube and the Instagram a little bit, but currently we need you guys to hit us with the Holy Trinity. Like and follow on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and share at least one of our posts on any platform that you like. But please share one of our posts. That would be amazing, guys.
Jeff, dude, it's been super cool meeting you, bro. And if I'm in Tucson again,
Awesome.
I'd love to meet you in person, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Right, we'll end off this live.
Take care, brother.
Right,
Thank you.
right. The live is done. Awesome. Dude,
We did it, bro. We did it.
thank you, Jeff. That was fucking sick, dude. Thank you for fucking sticking around, dude. We know
Yeah,
you were...
sorry. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I never know what the fuck to say. So
No, dude, that was fucking.
Dude, thank you so much. Like,
there was
like
a
I said,
comment. There was a comment. Loving these real life, honest moments. Another one. Great interview. So that's how it played out, bro.
dude,
yeah, some super positive people there. Nice.
Yeah.
dude, you're
Okay.
a badass. Thank you so much for talking to us. Like I said, for me, dude, this is a big like thing in my life. Like talking to William was huge. Talking to you is massive for me as a skater. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. I just like, I don't know what my deal is. I'm sorry.
Dude, don't why are you apologizing? I'm just so thankful that we were able to get to chat to you. I'm glad that you didn't bail out today and that again, like I said,
Yeah, I
got to meet one
wanted
of my
to. I
idols.
really wanted to. I really wanted to.
Dude, don't. I get it. There's definitely been a couple podcasts where I've said to Tom like, oh, fuck, do we have to? Like, dude, do we have to? There's
I
definitely
just like don't want to hear myself talk. Like I have insecurities and like
Mm.
I know my friends are gonna be like screen recording like the parts where I'm an idiot and they're gonna be bullying me. Like
fuck those guys.
it's gonna happen. Like
No, dude, I think,
but
dude, we
yeah.
really appreciate
I
it.
didn't say anything like sexist or racist or
No,
so,
neither do we.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
it's
good
good on
job.
all parts.
yeah,
Hey
yeah.
man, listen. To build on this, there is a sense, like we've certainly felt it, where the more you do this stuff, actually, the more you get a sense of achievement and it gets easier. And if you were up for doing, like, for instance, if Happy Medium 6 drops, dude, we'd love to have, you know, whether it be you or you and anyone else in the crew to just come and talk, like almost like a director's cut of like what went down and shit.
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure any of them would be down.
that'd be awesome, man.
They
Yeah.
encouraged me.
Yeah.
I went to them letting them know about my insecurities, and all of them were like, do it. Like,
Amazing, man.
Amazing.
yeah, I'm sure any of them would be down. If you want me to put you in contact with anyone, I can. Actually, I can't speak for Jaws, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm assuming any of them would be down. I mean, Jaws like commented on the post I saw, and
Yeah, he
said
did.
he
Yeah,
was
man.
excited for it. So
Yeah.
I don't see why. Or like Killian.
Yeah, dude.
Killian, the
dude,
big
we
one,
would-
probably a lot of interesting stuff to say.
Yeah, we were gonna say, like, dude, yeah, we would love for you to put us in contact with maybe John Motta, with, you know, just the Happy Medium crew. We, like, again, something for me that I feel is really important is, because I'm a skater who enjoys specific skating and specific types of skaters, you guys included in that. I would love to get you guys, not that Jules or Jason or people like that need the publicity, but we want to be able to give people a different look on you guys, let them hear your story, let them understand a bit more of you guys from a different point of view. So yeah, dude, if you could put us in contact with any of the Happy Medium guys or all of them, we would love to get in contact with them and see if we can get them on the show, man.
That would be amazing, dude.
Yeah, super down.
That would be amazing. And another thing is, if you are in a place where, because basically what we're doing at the moment is we're finishing what we're calling season 1 of Homie and the Dude at the moment. And then we're going to start season 2 in like mid-January time. We'd love to possibly have you back on, and like Tom said, maybe do a director's cut of your new part or whatever, dude. We'd love to do something. It doesn't have to be live if we did a director's cut.
I'd like to do some where we could like show clips and talk about them or something like that. Like that would be some I'd be much more into.
100%.
Like when we were talking about the board slide trick, like I wanted to like pull it up and like show it on my phone, but like then I went down and like started looking at my phone. I'm like, I got self-conscious about that. I'm like, oh, I'm looking at my phone. People are gonna see I'm looking at my phone. Like,
Yeah. No, dude, I feel you, man. Well, let's maybe think about doing that. We'll get some stuff queued up next time.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I added that stuff to my story like right as soon as we started talking. Like, I went over, like it may have looked like I was just like ignoring you for a second, but I put that on there and stuff.
No,
Thanks, man.
Dude, it's been an absolute pleasure. And also the other thing that we can do is we can send you, if you want, the full version of this podcast over email, and if you want to post it anywhere or keep it to show people or whatever, we can do that for you. But if you're not bothered, then that's fine.
Yeah, no, you can. I'm down to take it. Or if you want to like splice up clips or whatever, like let me know. I will post more stuff for you guys, and like I will get the word out there for you guys.
Oh, dude, thank you, dude. We
Thanks,
really
man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so we've got our own like aspirations as well. We started this pretty much in June or something like that. This is our 27th podcast. So yeah, we're enjoying the process and wanting to grow it as well. So we really appreciate it, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool that you guys are. I like the whole father-son dynamic too. Like I didn't know what to expect. Like
yeah, no,
I didn't do my research. I didn't. I'm very not prepared.
You're working a job and you got 3 kids, dude. I fucking
I like
fucking have the time.
Yeah.
But no, really appreciate it, dude. And yeah, if again, like we said, if you can put us in contact with some people, that'd be great. We'll just message you over the next couple of weeks and sort that out.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks,
yeah,
Joe.
no, I really do appreciate that. I appreciate everything you guys have done.
No, you too, man.
Dude,
you're
a fucking badass. Keep making the amazing skate parts, dude. Please.
Thank you. Yeah, more to come for sure. I'm not done yet, for sure.
Thanks, brother.
If you enjoyed this pod clip, hit us with the Holy Trinity. Go to our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which is at HOMIEandTheDUDE. Like, follow, and subscribe to all of those. And thanks again, guys. Have an awesome day.